Alright, so in today's video, I'm going to be once again showing you how hypocritical the right is and how they always have a double standard for every and anything, no matter what it is. And I figured the best way to do that is to look at some comments that Donald Trump made, literally right when 9/11 was happening, excuse me, and also some comments from one of my favorite creators, Hasan. Now, I've covered these comments before on the channel here. Many of you have probably already heard these comments. I am going to play this short 15-second clip just for context here. This is from a live stream on August 20th, 2020. I don't think there are any whole entire re-uploads of this VOD, but here it is.
America deserved 9/11, dude. Fuck it. I'm saying it.
We're there to partner with them. We're not there doing our own thing. We're there partnering and training
In a video
and
game.
equipping and enhancing their capabilities. So that's part of what we're doing. And the other part is just knowledge. We want to know what's happening.
Like,
So that's the
America deserved 9/11.
That is that entire clip there. Excuse me. And I've already gone over multiple different times how much of a shitstorm those comments by Hasan caused, and also a couple of things that I do need to point out, which again I've already pointed out before. He has stood by his comments, which I think that he should. He was making a joke, but also he was more so. Again, that was a 15-second clip on a 6 or 7 hour live stream. But he was more so criticizing American foreign policy, specifically Dan Crenshaw and his American foreign policy, and how Dan Crenshaw is super pro-imperialism, pro-America militarization in other countries, which Hasan is staunchly against. But the other side of this coin is Donald Trump, and Donald Trump's comments that he made right after, and I mean, well, not even right after, shortly after, or during, really, 9/11, he called into a local news station, and this was Donald Trump's immediate reaction to 9/11, and this clip, the entire video of this entire phone call, is up on YouTube for everybody to view on the Fox 5 YouTube channel.
Donald, you have one of the landmark buildings down in the financial district, 40 Wall Street. Did you have any damage, or what's happened down there?
Well, it was an amazing phone call I made. 40 Wall Street actually was the second tallest building in downtown Manhattan, and it was actually, before the World Trade Center, was the tallest. And then when they built the World Trade Center, it became known as the second tallest, and now it's the tallest. And I just spoke to my people, and they said it's the most unbelievable sight.
Yeah. So Donald Trump's immediate reaction. I'll play it one more time, and then we'll look at the transcript here.
District 40 Wall Street. Did you have any damage, or what's happened down there?
Well, it was an amazing phone call I made. 40 Wall Street actually was the second tallest building in downtown Manhattan, and it was actually, before the World Trade Center, was the tallest. And then when they built the World Trade Center, it became known as the second tallest, and now it's the tallest. And I just spoke to my people, and they said it's the most unbelievable sight.
So that was Donald Trump calling into a local news station, and the news anchor even asked him. I thought the news anchor was pretty polite. News anchor asked him. He said, "Hey man, are you okay? Did you have any damage to your building, or what's going on down there?" Trying to get an inside scoop on literally during 9/11. And what does Donald Trump say? What is Donald Trump's response? Donald Trump's response is, "It was an amazing phone call I made." So he, that's classic Donald Trump there. It was an amazing phone call I made. And, before that building just collapsed and tons of people just died, that was actually the tallest building. And 40th Wall Street, that was 40 Wall Street. That was the tallest building until they built the World Trade Center. But now that the World Trade Center is gone, I have the tallest building. Here's the transcript. 40 Wall Street actually was the second tallest building in downtown Manhattan, and it was actually, before the World Trade Center, the tallest. And then, when they built the World Trade Center, it became known as the second tallest, and now it's the tallest. And I just spoke to my people, and they said it's the most unbelievable sight. It's probably 7 or 8 blocks away from the World Trade Center, and yet Wall Street is littered with 2 feet of stone and brick and mortar and steel. Donald Trump's immediate reaction, his immediate reaction to 9/11, what was it? It was, now I, once again, have the tallest building in Manhattan. Literally, I mean, comments that a child would make, honestly. But the thing about it is, I've never heard any conservative criticize Donald Trump's comments that he made during 9/11. But again, let's be honest. The real reason that Hasan's comments caused such a huge shitstorm amongst conservative media. Fox News covered it. They fucking Dan Crenshaw was doing interviews about it. He was like, this socialist streamer was bullying me online. It was really sad and pathetic, honestly. But let's be honest, the real reason that Hasan gets jumped all over and people like Hasan get jumped all over all the time by people in the media is because he was criticizing America. He was speaking out against America. He was speaking out specifically against, again, America's terrible foreign policy. He was speaking out against militarization, American militarization in foreign nations. He was speaking out against that. And, you know, when it comes to conservatives and the conservative grift, that's stuff that they peddle all the time. They have to do pro-American imperialist rhetoric. It's part of their job. So, you know, and again, you look at that 15-second clip, and you know it might look bad on the surface. A 15-second clip. Again, I literally have not been able to find any complete re-uploads of that VOD. There is the other clip of him making comments about Dan Crenshaw, but that wasn't really applicable to this video. But I just want to make it known, and I also have one more thing here. This is a post. My Instagram's just not working right now for some reason, but Madison Cawthorn posted this either today or very late yesterday. I'm not actually sure, but he posted a picture and it says, "Rip to the 2,996 Americans who died on 9/11 and rip to the 1,455,590 innocent Muslims who died during the U.S. invasion for something they didn't do." And I actually was looking at this earlier after I saw this post, but the comments on this post are fucking horrendous. And, you know, I think Madison Cawthorn is a piece of shit. I think this guy is, you know, just, he's pretty much the basic Republican package, you know, in a Republican representative. But, you know, it's crazy to me that he posted something like this. It really is, because, you know, I wouldn't imagine a Republican like Madison Cawthorn posting something like this. But the comments, again, if your Instagram is working, I do recommend you go look at the comments, because the comments are fucking crazy. I actually don't even know if the post is up. I don't even know if the post is still up. But no conservatives criticize Donald Trump when he makes comments like that. Madison Cawthorn makes a post like this where he's literally stating fact. He's talking about innocent Muslim lives, innocent Muslims that were literally murdered because America and our president and our military decided that, you know, we would wage war on innocent people, lie to the American people about nuclear weapons. This is nothing new for America. You know, this was happening back then. It still happens now. But my point of this video was, and I know I kind of got off on some rants and stuff, my point of this video was, if a conservative makes an out-of-pocket comment, or if they say something that's not okay to say, or if, you know, they're advocating for violence, or if, you know, they're saying, well, now I have the tallest building right after the World Trade Center collapses, and they know multiple different people died, it's fine. It's okay for someone like Greg Gutfeld to get on Fox News and advocate for openly doxing people. It's okay for any conservative. It's okay for someone like Alex Jones to go on his fucking show and say some crazy whack-ass shit like the Sandy Hook shooting was staged and the actors are crisis actors. What the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with these conservative people? My point is that they can say whatever they want. And if you even bat an eye, say, hey, that's not okay, they lose their goddamn minds. And many of them will weaponize their fan bases against people that are criticizing them. And I don't agree with that. And the thing about it is, and the really sad part about this is, and again, I know I'm getting off on a short rant here, you know, a lot of these conservatives, they will weaponize their followers or their fan bases against people that don't have platforms. They will launch attacks against people that do not have public platforms to be able to respond to what they're being criticized for or being accused of, or whatever terrible shit it is with conservatives. Again, conservatives could say whatever they want, and it doesn't matter, and if you criticize them, they sit there and they call you a snowflake, or they do this and that, and you can't criticize anything a conservative says. But when it's a progressive, or it's someone else on the opposite end of the political aisle, or it's a Muslim, or it's anything that's not a conservative Christian white man, pretty much, if it's not anyone that's doing straight Republican strict Republican propaganda to a T. If it's not someone that's doing that, then it's not okay. They need to shut up. You know, we need to be violent toward them. We need to do this, that, and the third. It's ridiculous. Again, it's angering and saddening to me at the same time. That so many people buy into this shit and are literally just brainwashed by the very seemingly large amount of conservatives and conservative media that seems to exist in our country, which is also something that really bothers me. But that's going to be it for the video. So let me know what you thought of this video. Let me know what you thought of Donald Trump's phone call. I don't know if I was able to get my point across in the way that I thought I was with this video, but let me know what you thought.